Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have RC and Professor Flowers with us tonight. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
Hey man, back like I never left. I feel like I just did this. Like we just did this deja vu.
Hey, it's like a job, bro. That's why you feel like that.
No, it ain't a job. You don't feel like work at all.
Hey, I wouldn't mind doing this for a living. We should see, huh?
Put it in there.
Yeah, gonna put it out there. So, how y'all Fridays going so far?
I'm just glad that we off Monday, Labor Day. So I got a long weekend, so I'm not complaining at all.
Y'all have anything planned for Labor Day?
Other than my father-in-law want me to cook some steaks, but I'm sit back and try to win a little money this weekend.
Football. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to win a little money. I'm gonna get out tomorrow, go see some of my family and friends, but I won't be out long because I got to get back
It's
to
rain, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to rain, but I'm gonna step out and step right back in. But if I don't, I'll be fine. If it rains me out, I'll stay right in front of my big screen.
That's right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The NFL seasons is in what 4 or 5 days, something like that.
Yeah, about 6?
6 days.
6 days.
Got to get Nick Bosa signed. I don't know what the hell he got going on.
I'm quite sure I'll get it done.
Yeah, he's not sitting now, is he?
$4 million. You hold now him and Chris Jones. $4 million is the difference in the contract right now. He wants $4 million.
Chris Jones on the pup, so
is he threatening not to play or something?
Who?
So
Bosa.
Who Bosa? He's just sitting out till he get paid. As soon as he gets paid, he's ready to rock and roll.
I ain't even hear about that.
Where you been at? What rock?
I don't know. I don't get 49 news like that. I guess
too busy hearing about the running backs. That's the problem.
I'm not getting that type of news. I'm surprised.
So Pro Football Focus don't have a pager because they too cheap to give you a phone. You don't got a pager and say, hey, you don't look because that's your people. Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my invite. I'm a Pro Football representative over here.
You are.
So I want to start off with a video. Flower sent me a couple of videos. I thought it was pretty funny. So I want to check them out. People quick with it though.
And there's undefeated, as we all know.
I know you don't. I know, but you have to, and you're gonna be okay. All right.
I want to go.
Please don't make me go.
All right, why they going in on Trey Lance and the Cowboys? Hold on, I got one more. I like, man, look in here.
You know what's crazy? It's like, why do I get the feeling that Dallas every year it's like a clown, like a circus, man? It's a show. More than just a football team, man. Like their fan base got to be tired of it as well. Like them, of all the teams to make this move, Dallas made this move. Like
it don't make no sense to me, to be honest. It just don't. It don't make any sense. So Trey Lance would have beat out Will Greer and beat
Greer's
out.
gone.
He got cut.
Yeah.
Okay, so he just had Cooper Rush. Can Trey Lance beat out Cooper Rush?
We'll find out.
Time will tell.
His running ability can beat him out, but as far as pocket awareness and passing, the Dallas Cowboys don't run that type of system Trey Lance need to be in.
Well, they actually run a simpler system, so it'll be easier for him to learn that system than learn Kyle Shanahan's system.
Yeah, but Dak was throwing the ball like close to 40 times a game, so they had to retool that for Trey. There's no way.
McCarthy will get him out the pocket and use his strengths. San Francisco wasn't trying to use Trey Lance.
He did it for Aaron Rodgers. Right, he did it for Aaron Rodgers. That's what Aaron Rodgers complaining about, But we should see everybody making fun of the Cowboys right now. But I guess Jerry Jones sees something special in Trey Lance. Still looking forward. All right, so let's talk about the AFC East, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
All right, who y'all want to start off with? I'm gonna let y'all choose this time. Who y'all want to start off with?
Start off with the winner.
The Bills?
Yeah, start off with the winner.
All right, we'll start off with the Bills. I'll let you go, Flower, since you'll start off with the winner.
You know what? I'm gonna give the Bills. I'm gonna say 11-6.
Yeah.
Earlier in the summer, I was Aaron Rodgers, Jets. I was Tua. I get Jalen Ramsey. I was all on the Dolphins train. Then reality just hit me right in the face as training camp showed me that the Jets are probably going to struggle in the beginning and probably figure it out and be a good team late. The Dolphins, I'm quite sure injuries, as you see Jalen Ramsey's out probably until late November, December. I think that really hurts them. They'll be able to put up points, but it's always the if with Miami as far as if Tua stays healthy, if certain people stay healthy, if they can block for them. The Patriots, probably the least athletic team in the whole division, as Ben likes to hear me say. No speed on the outside. Well, I mean, they got a youngster that the kid from LSU that might do something, but just nothing really that just stands out, and they're just signing people on and off. They're cutting quarterbacks here and there. You don't know what they want to do. I just think it's more of Bill tries to definitely prove himself to where I don't think he wants to deal with an actual star player because it doesn't give him leverage. I think he'd rather coach average players and try to coach them up and win games rather than try to go out and get somebody that can do stuff for him. I really just think that's what Bill Belichick does.
Right.
So I just think it's still the Bills' division to now. Now. Excuse me.
Do you think the Bills might have a little setback with the offense?
I would hope, and I said a lot of this last year about the Bills. They need to be smart and be able to hand off the ball some. They got a plethora of running backs, especially the Cook kid, get them involved. Take the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. It's fine to just hand the ball off some. Let the offensive line beat up on people, wear them down. And, we know Josh Allen can make plays, but they need to be able to have a little more balance and try to get Josh Allen to not turn over the ball so much.
All right, because Josh Allen came out and said he's not going to try to play hero ball, which he's been doing his whole career. I guess because when he came to the Bills was a poverty franchise. It wasn't all that good. Mm-hmm. So, he was looked to as the savior of the franchise. So I think he got stuck in his head to play hero ball. But I think that he's finally realizing maybe Diggs, they've been talking to Diggs like, hey, yeah, we need to get everybody else involved. He don't need to do too much. He just needs to, play within himself. For me, I have the Bills stand on top with 12-5. It's Josh Allen, man. He been an MVP running a couple years now, and some people like this might be his year to finally have that breakout and get MVP. So the Bills timing out, and we see how Stephon Diggs is reacting. So they're telling us that they want to win bad right now. Like the opportunity to go get it and take it is now. So the Bills, they prime. I just hope they can get over the Chiefs, guys. I see like the Chiefs are their kryptonite. All right, RC, where you have the Bills going?
I got them 11-6, 12-5. It's pretty steep. That's a tough division that they in. 11-6 is a lot of wins. 11 wins is a lot of wins. You know, having to play their division opponents twice, but they, if they don't do it this year, I feel like, I'm gonna get off their bandwagon because I've been rocking with them for a few years now, hoping that they can get back to the Super Bowl. You know what happened the last 4 trips they went to the Super Bowl. They'll be their organization I would love to see win a Super Bowl. Just not at the expense of my team, but if they get there against my team, I don't give a shit about them winning the Super Bowl. But if they get there against somebody else's team, go get it. They're loaded. I think the Diggs thing is just the diva part of it. Like we talked about the other night on the podcast. I don't know a receiver that ever played the game that didn't have that diva wanting the ball, complaining and being upset and being passionate about the game. So I think they'll be fine. I think they missed the middle linebacker that they lost to the Bears.
Edmonds.
But people give their defense all this credit, but they don't have the best defense in their division. So, but I feel like they'll win the division at 11-6.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. 12-5, 11-6. They're gonna have to muster out some wins, but that's what they built for. They built to get these wins. I want to go next with the Miami Dolphins because I am not that high on them. I have them going 8-9.
Oh, wow.
It's Tua, man. It's Tua in the O-line. I'm not quite sure can they play up to the par that people have them set at. You know what I'm saying? They expect Tua to take this team to the next level. And I can't see him taking that team to the next level with the injuries. I don't even know he's gonna finish the whole season.
Right.
Like, can we get past that first? Instead of like having them taking the next step, can we ask the question, is he gonna finish the whole season? Is he not gonna suffer a concussion? That's the main thing. He got mad at Ryan Clark for Ryan Clark saying that he don't look like he been in the gym, that he ain't working out. And he took exception to that, and he said Ryan Clark can meet him and see the hands too while they at it. But that's first. I never seen that side to him. Like, okay, he got a little fire in him, but he can't stay healthy though. And so he taking things personal, and I'm just curious to see how he's going to do in this season. We already know they got weapons: Waddle, Hill. I don't even know who their tight end. Who their tight end now?
Gesicki.
He gone. He went to the Patriots.
He went to the
Patriots. Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. Patriots love tight ends. Remember they had Hunter Henry and the dude from the Colts, right? The Patriots.
They used to have can't remember his name. He used to play with us, Dwayne Allen. Yeah. He was having him one particular time.
So that's a big hole missing a tight end for Tua. And I got a lot of questions about him, particularly not the team. I know the defense is pretty legit. It's him that I have questions about. And I'm not really sold on Tua just yet. So 8-9, I have them going. All right, RC, what are you thinking about the Dolphins?
Well, I'm with you. This division is tough. Can't see them finishing second. I believe the Jets are going to finish second in this division because Tua's going to get hit by that defense in New England, Buffalo. He's going to get hit by his own defense in Preston. Like, I think it's going to be bigger than Tua, though. I think it's going to be, they're not going to creep up on teams this year. Last year, they creeped up on a lot of people. They're running the offense that, Kyle Shanahan's offense. And trust me, y'all, Kyle Shanahan's offense, for all the stuff they talk about him being an offensive guru, people are stopping that shit. Like, that shit is stop the run, you stop the offense. So I believe that with the same thing with Miami, if you can stop the run, control the run, and get to Tua, you control that offense and be physical with their receivers. But I'm gonna say 9-8. I'm gonna go just the opposite of you, because they did make the playoffs last year, but I say they come up. Somebody got to come up short this year. I'm gonna say 9-8.
You mentioned the running backs. Well, they have Raheem Mustard. They let go that young kid. I can't remember his name right now, but
Chase
Raheem
Edmonds.
Mustard, not Chase Edmonds, the other not Gaskin. Was it? Yeah,
Gaskins.
Miles Gaskin.
It's him.
Yeah.
They cut him.
Yeah, they cut him. So was it Chase Edmonds and who's the other running back?
You got a
Jeff
young
Wilson.
kid from A&M too.
And Jeff Wilson Jr.
Oh, dang, they got 2 49 running backs.
Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? You see what they're trying to do? So,
With the system.
Hey, and Raheem Mustard, he can't stay healthy.
Nope.
So
That is
they
true.
guys, the whole offense is like injury prone. Waddle, did he not miss like half of the season at one particular time?
Yeah.
So they got a lot of bodies that they need that can't stay on the field, and that's a problem. That's a huge problem. I feel sorry for Coach AP for riding his roller coasters of injuries, but that's a real thing, and that's a real question that people have to look at when they think of the Dolphins. All right, Flowers. Let's hear it
I'm with
for
you.
2 of them boys.
I got them 8 and 9 also. Still a lot of red flags in my opinion. Offensive line, especially if Armstead goes down, which he can go down at any given
The
moment.
injury guy.
But other than Armstead, you can't name me anyone that's truly solid on that line. So Tua is gonna stay getting pressure. He's gonna stay getting hit. Hopefully he doesn't get concussed or anything. But it's too many ifs with him. And, that's the problem with Miami. A lot of talent offensively. Like I said, the running backs. Yeah, one goes down, they have to plug somebody else in. So it just all depends on help with Miami. But I just don't see it. So I give him 8 and 9 also.
Man, if Tua get hits all year long and he doesn't have one concussion, he better start naming that person that trade him how to fall. Get that man some business.
Hold his head up. Hold your head up, man.
Give that man some business for the old people. So they learn how to protect themselves when they fall. All right. New England Patriots are up next. Let's go with Flowers on this one. What you seeing from Matty Jones?
I really don't know what to really say about Matt Jones because I just don't think Bill Belichick doesn't like Mac Jones, so he gives him shit. He really does. Like he takes away from him. He confuses him. Last year, you had a special teams and defensive coordinator to call his plays, as offensive coordinators. Now he gets Billy back. Bill O'Brien, excuse me. He gets him back. He had him in Alabama for a little bit, but doesn't have Alabama talent on the outside. So I see the New England Patriots going 6-11. They're gonna play great defense. Bill can coach up some defensive players. That's his thing. But just in a division like this, I think Tua's undefeated against Bill Belichick. I can see each of these teams sweeping the Patriots, and that's 6 losses right there.
Wow,
so
sweeping them. I think defense can win them. Defense.
Well, I say he hasn't beat Tua. He played Josh Allen twice.
He beat Bills. I think they beat the Bills once.
When? Oh well, yeah, the game where they ran the ball. Well, 9 times out of 10, Buffalo's gonna beat them. And then you got Aaron Rodgers. This is Zach Wilson or Mike White Jets anymore. You got to deal with Aaron Rodgers, so he won't be able to bully the Jets this year. So I see a steep year for the New England Patriots. I got them 6-11.
Woo, man. Yeah. Question. This is for either you or RC or you Flowers. If Bill Belichick was going to treat Matt Jones like this in the first place, why did he draft him? He was giving him crap at pro day. He was side-eyeing him when he was throwing his deep ball. So why in the world did he take Matt Jones?
Same question you can ask. Why did the Jets take Zach Wilson just to put him on the bench a year later? Why did the 49ers take Trey Lance just to put him on the. This was a horrible draft class, okay, and it's some. I don't know if it was a horrible draft class or they just ended up with teams that's just traditionally are really competitive. Now the Jets is an exception, but I don't know. Maybe it's just bad fits for all three.
He got stuck with Matt Jones.
Yeah, because the 49ers took Trey Lance. Everybody thought Trey Lance was going to fall. They didn't think Trey Lance was going to go that high.
No.
They thought Zach Wilson going to fall to y'all. Well, Matt Jones and Zach Wilson going to fall to the 49ers, but things didn't play out, and y'all took Trey Lance. And I think that's what threw the wrench in the whole thing, because nobody saw y'all taking Trey Lance. They saw y'all taking Matt Jones or one of them system type quarterbacks. And so, New England was left with Matt Jones, who fell all the way to what, 19, 17, somewhere around there.
He was mid-team somewhere, 15 through 19, somewhere there.
You make it sound like they had to pick him. They could have picked
Justin Fields. That's what I'm trying to get.
Well, Chicago picked Justin Fields before New England could pick him.
Okay.
They
could have moved up if they really thought there was.
Yeah, they really could have moved up, but think about who we talking about here.
Yeah, we talking
Bill
about
Bill Belichick let his dog draft. So that's y'all ever seen that Husky sitting in that chair in front of their computer?
Exactly.
Bill Belichick, he said, "Go ahead, son." He said, "I taught you well," and he drafted just like a New England Patriot. A whole bunch of no-name guys that not very fast or athletic, gifted. And that's where this team sit. You know, he just, I don't know, man. It's just odd that he was like side-eyeing Matt Jones his whole pro day. Like, he wasn't not impressed. You can tell he was just like, you know, he looked very average. But
I don't think Bill Belichick is that lazy when it comes to drafting.
Of course not. I don't
think he just is just like, I just got to take out. He probably really thought, he looked at that guy. He had some guys in Bledsoe and Brady who were built similar. You know, they all kind of just accurate passers, aren't uber athletic. So he's had a couple of quarterbacks in New England who play that style. He thought maybe this kid coming out of Alabama would fit that style. So it just didn't work. It just hasn't worked out.
For one thing, they not drafting any receivers. They can't keep picking receivers off the street and thinking that they guys gonna step up. They came from Arizona. They came from Arizona.
Say Bill. Say Bill.
What was that kid from Arizona?
Harry O'Keefe guy.
Nikhil Harry. They were talking about that. It was everybody had questions about Nikhil Harry. They're like, he couldn't separate. He was more of a contested type receiver, and it showed up in his play. But New England took him, and they had Jacoby Myers, and I forgot the other kid, Thornton. So it was just like, who's these guys? I don't even remember who the tight end was at that time.
I think it was Irv Smith. But I'm gonna say this. If you give Tom Brady stays there, they have Nikhil Harry and those guys. They win because it's all about.
Yeah, it's all now.
Oh no, them guys couldn't get open. Them guys couldn't buy themselves open.
Oh crap! Listen, man. Nikhil Harry played with Brandon Ayuk. You did not know who Brandon Ayuk was until the 49ers picked him. Be honest.
I knew who he was. I watched the draft. Day.
You knew him through the draft. You didn't know him before the draft. You wouldn't watch him.
But I knew him through the draft. I knew him during the whole process.
Okay, so you didn't know him. You didn't watch college football and say, there's this guy, Brandon Ayuk. Well, Nikhil Harry was better than Brandon Ayuk. He was way better than Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk was the second guy. Nikhil Harry, I feel sorry for players when they get drafted because they get drafted to these teams and they don't really fit with the team that's drafting them. They don't. Why you don't get a kid? You don't get Randy Moss and ask him to be a possession receiver. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't think Nikhil Harry was a world beater.
He was a great receiver at Arizona State.
He was slow out his routes, man.
Let me cut in real fast. I think, especially when Nikhil Harry got drafted, I think a lot of New England problem was shit's just too complicated. The offense is too complicated.
Yeah. Ocho Cinco effect, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Randy Moss was smart as hell, so he could figure it out. But you have numerous people. You had Chad Johnson go there. Reggie Wayne went there. It didn't work out. I can go on and on because it was just it's too complicated.
Yep. But let me say this. My point is, man, if you can't get players and ask them to be something they've never been unless they're
That's
willing
true.
to do that. Like you can't ask Marvin Harrison to be Randy Moss. And that's N'Keal Harry. You got to play to his strengths. He's the first round draft pick. Play to his strengths. Why is it that since Brady left, nothing seems to work? Nothing. So, but what I'm saying, if Brady don't leave and he stays there, he was playing with Julian Edelman, Wes Welker, Danny Amendola. Like, you don't think he could have figured it out with N'Keal Harry? He had Josh Gordon at one time as well. Brady did. So, I think, man, it's all about who's quarterbacking, who's coaching, and how you use their strengths, use your talents and your strengths.
So, with all that being said, where you have New England Patriots going
7-10. They're gonna get 7 wins. I believe, and that's a stretch. But I just don't believe Bill will ever have a year where he just sorry as hell. He gonna figure out. He gonna see. They killed me last year betting. Like they screwed me up last year because some games I thought they were dead in the water and wasn't gonna win, and they figured it out. So they're gonna be able to run the ball and play defense.
When they losing games to the Raiders in that fashion, then something got to change.
You never thought Bill Belichick team would have lost. Wasn't it like 7-10 last year?
They went 8-9.
Okay. They have to get worse because somebody's gonna get better, and so
AFC is just better.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be them. They won't get better. They won't get better.
I have them staying at 8-9. I feel like some of them wins they can get from the division, so they're gonna help them out. You know, they always play them teams hard. And it's just Matt Jones. I never was sold on them. It's just the defense. The defense was keeping this thing afloat. And maybe them bringing in Bill O'Brien. I know how Gat will feel about him. Maybe bringing him in that kind of make the offense a little bit better, because you can't have 2 OCs. And I think one of the guy was actually like a defensive assistant or something. Like he wasn't an offensive minded guy. They'll call him plays. Was it Matt Patricia, wasn't it?
Patricia was a defensive coordinator, and Joe Judge was a special team guy.
What the hell going on, Bill?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. Now think about what all let's just think about offenses. Think about what all New England has on offense, and think about just their division alone. They ain't gonna be able to compete. And if you look outside, it is gonna be hard for them to win some games.
The defense would literally have to play like they played last year. Create turnovers, get pressure, all that. They're gonna have to repick. I know they got the young kid Gonzalez. He probably be a stud, so that's gonna help him out a lot with the top receivers.
Think about last year too. They played a lot of young quarterbacks last year.
Yep.
Not too many this year.
No, they don't get to play a lot of young.
Do y'all want to run the schedule? Y'all want to just run the team?
Yeah, let's run it.
Because it's very curious on this Bill Belichick team. I never seen him build like this. You knowing that you don't have Tom Brady anymore, so you got to add weapons. You got to add some threats. Just junk you have on the outside is not going to cut it. It's just not. It's not going to put up any points for you. All right, so they have Philly.
That should be an L.
Miami.
Go either or.
No, I think they're going to split with Miami, to be honest.
Yep.
That defense, if that O-line is bad as we think they are, as it is with the Dolphins, then the Patriots should have a field day. Yeah. But
so I'm gonna say Miami wins that game because Tua's gonna be out to prove a point early. So Miami beats the dog shit out of them early.
The Jets, they're probably gonna lose that one, right?
They're gonna lose that one.
They're gonna lose the Jets.
Dallas at Dallas.
They're 0-3. They'll lose to Dallas. They'll be 0-4.
It'll be a close one, but they'll win. Yeah, Dallas will win that one.
New Orleans gotta go to them. We beat them last year, and we beat them 2 years ago in New England.
Y'all should be able to do it again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say 0-5. They're gonna be 0-5.
Then the Raiders. That's their first win, right?
They'll beat the Raiders.
They're gonna be 1-5.
Then Buffalo again. That's a loss. If y'all had them
Buffalo or New England.
Is in New England.
They win.
It's early.
All right, then at Miami.
We'll say they'll
I
split
think they
Miami.
Miami. Yeah, I think they
They
split
win.
Miami.
They win because
But-
by that time two will be hurt. They win. So they win 3-5.
Yeah. Then Washington.
They win.
Yeah. Colts.
They should beat us.
Yeah, I think they win.
So wait. Now look what we got now. What the record?
And that's in Germany.
What's the record now? They 5-5.
Yes.
So you see what's happening here? You see what we doing?
Let's hear the rest of the schedule.
Come on, 5-5.
Giants.
Loss.
I'm gonna get that to the Giants.
5-6.
Okay. Chargers.
Loss.
That's a loss.
Pittsburgh.
5-7.
Loss.
5-8.
Kansas City.
That's a loss.
They got a tough stretch. We ain't hit the Giants, Chargers, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, at Denver.
They
At
win.
Mount High.
Win that. They'll win that.
Then at Buffalo.
Lose.
See, that's 6-7 right there.
That's it.
Mhm.
Then the Jets. They to be honest, they can go on a how many games that? They can go on a 1-6
That's
losing streak.
That's why I said 6-11.
But see, the way the National Football League is set up,
Injuries.
schedule
Yeah.
means nothing, man. Like that's why I don't look at the schedule and pencil nothing, because it looks very daunting again. But bruh, when I look at the schedule last year, I'm kind of afraid to say it. I thought the Broncos was gonna kick butt, man. I thought the Broncos was gonna wreck shop. Yep, didn't quite go like I thought it was gonna go.
Yeah, I think everybody riding that orange wave.
Mhm.
I can look back and see what we have for the AFC East real quick. I don't think it was that bad, but who knows?
You know what's
All
gonna
right.
say? You know what's gonna help the Jets before you say that?
What's that?
The Jets got a defense, and it travels. That
Mhm.
defense is nasty.
They gonna get tested early, and that's gonna help them later on in their schedule.
The 99, that rookie 99, that joker's the beast.
All right. So last year, RC, you had Buffalo 13-4, New England 10-7. I mean, you were close to it. You one game off. You had the Dolphins going 8-9. I think that's right. I think they went 8-9 last year.
No, Dolphins made the playoffs. So they went like
9-8. 9-8.
Yeah, 9-8. Yeah.
9-8. And you had the Jets going 6-11, and you're one game off with that one. Let me see. Oh, Flowers. Okay, you were part of the show at this time. Oh, you finally made a debut. All right, so you had the Bills at 12-5. You had the Dolphins at 10-7. You had New England at 8-9. You had the Jets at 4-13.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not too
Not
bad.
too bad.
Everybody like one game off that side. So we working with some. We cooking with some, as they say. All right, New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers. I know RC was giving me grief because of what I said on What's Up podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys.
What's up?
And I'll praise Aaron Rodgers. They asked me who I think. What was the question RC said? That surprised me or who impressed me in the offseason? I think that was the question. Which player impressed me in the offseason? I said Aaron Rodgers, and RC. He gave me his look. Like, come on, like don't do it on here. So, but yeah, I gave Aaron Rodgers some high praise. I don't even like Aaron Rodgers like that, but
look, this is my thing with Ben over here in this corner. No, it's that corner. That corner. Dude gave me the blues when I was trying to give Aaron Rodgers some credit. Remember, I was trying to give Aaron Rodgers
that was
some
different.
love. I'm saying, and then all of a sudden, the season ends. He goes to the Jets, and it's a different Aaron Rodgers. He's on the way. I'm like, bro, I've been trying to tell you about Aaron Rodgers, man. You didn't want to hear me.
It's different.
Now
he don't have that same attitude. When he was in Green Bay, it's a different Aaron Rodgers in Jets. He's more
Season ain't started.
saying all the right things.
You know who he is?
Who?
He's the white carrier That's what he is.
Smoking ayahuasca.
Everything is good until it's time to actually do. Watch how it go left. Great comparison.
Yeah, we're gonna see. But Sauce Gardner, loves that guy. That's his best friend.
Yeah.
So he might be doing something. He win the young guys over. They're gonna play for him. Unlike the other guys, the other young guys in Green Bay, they ain't had no bite in them. They ain't had no dog. They were whimpering. They were like, "Oh, please, Aaron Rodgers, don't get mad at me." Sauce Gardner and the rest of them boys like, "Yo, man, come on, old man, let's play." See, that's what Aaron Rodgers like. He don't like all that softness that was all in Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers looks for purpose. That's all he's looking for is purpose.
You know, when a guy that walks in with a lot of confidence in the room, man, you gotta match that confidence, and that's what them young players over the Jets are doing. They welcome it. So I have the Jets going 11-6. Okay. I hearing crickets. I ain't hearing like, yeah, you right, bro, you right. I ain't hearing nothing. I'm just hearing crickets.
11. I think 11 is a lot, but it's doable.
It's very doable. It's very doable with that defense.
Like I said, their schedule early that schedule early is tough for them though.
And we're talking about the O-line, the Jets O-line. Yeah, they might not be that good, but that's why they brought in Dalvin. They had these running backs. They're gonna try to run the ball. They're gonna try to help out that O-line the best way they can. Sometimes to get the O-line going, you gotta run the ball.
That's the key. You gotta wear people down.
Yeah, you gotta let them win the trenches.
Here's my question.
Go ahead.
As a Jets fan, you are now. Because that's what you are now. You're a Jets fan.
I don't see it like
you
that.
add them to your third team. My question to you is, you keep bringing up the offensive line. I have yet to say anything about the offensive line. We do know the offensive line was horrible last year. He leave a team that had Bakhtiari, Pro Bowlers. He had great offensive line. He had better offensive line.
Right.
And he goes over here with the great. He don't play defense. That's why I keep telling the Jets fans, the people that I know that want to put the Jets on up here. He don't play defense, and if he did, you really would be in trouble. So, he goes to a worse offense because he has better weapons supposedly, and he's just gonna take over the world. Show me.
And say take over the world. RC, I know you heard this before. Quarterbacks sometimes make the O-line better. You heard that, right?
I never heard this.
You never heard this? Sometimes the quarterback can help out the O-line.
That's a saying back in the day. That's that Peyton Manning saying back in the day. Peyton Manning used to get rid of it so quick.
Yeah.
That you couldn't tell off the line bad.
Right. Sometimes
I don't know if Aaron gonna give you that.
But listen,
I know Aaron Rodgers tend to hold on to football a little bit longer than Peyton, but Aaron Rodgers can help that by getting the ball out fast. He got a pretty quick release where he get rid of the ball under 3 seconds sometimes, 2.5.
The back shoulder throws.
Right. So he can help out the O-line if he needs to. And he often can chew those guys out when he needs to. We saw it happen plenty of times.
I don't care how much chewing he does. I don't care how much chewing he does. Here's the problem Aaron Rodgers is gonna have, ladies and gentlemen. Familiarity. He ain't in Green Bay. He got everybody on his side now, but in Green Bay, he had people that would let him do whatever the hell he wanted. He ran the show. He was the guy. He's in New York. The media is different. They expect more. It gets just as cold as it does in Green Bay, but he ain't in Kansas, Dorothy. See what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be a warm welcome if it goes south. Ask Kyrie Irving. I just said who he is. He went over there to Brooklyn with that New York media, ate him up. So if he gets the pouting, if he looks like he don't have interest. Sometimes in the games, he look like he don't care. It's always somebody else's fault. I hate people like that. Okay,
his body language is tough.
I want to hear him say, "I messed up. That game was on me." You'll never hear Aaron Rodgers.
But you like Cam Newton.
I love Aaron Rodgers too. But listen, I'm telling you about who he is. I ain't saying he ain't a great player. I'm just saying we asking too much at this stage of his career to go over there and just take the Jets. The Jets. It's like We're gonna see something that's never been done, ladies and gentlemen. Huh?
They're not the same Jets. Let's really look at it.
Hold on. Do you think Rex Ryan's Jets or this Jets were better? That's a great question right there.
Well,
That's
they
a
had
good question.
Sanchez. Yeah, I might take this Jets.
They had
You know,
a good offensive line. They could run the ball well.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Real
team.
good defense, and they
Brees
played the
Hall
AFC
coming
Championship
back.
game. Huh?
Brees Hall coming back. So it's a toss
I
up
don't care.
between who's the
Aaron
better
Hall
Jets.
coming back. These people you naming are too young and unproven. They had LaDainian Tomlinson. They had Bart Scott. They had Darrell Reeves on one side. Cromartie.
Yeah,
Like they had proven
Cromartie on
winners.
the other. Yeah,
You just keep on telling me that. I'm like you, Flower. That early stretch of the season gonna tell us all we need to know.
So I got a quick question for you then, RC or Flowers. If the Jets come out and beat the Bills week 1, what's the storyline then?
They just won one game.
they'll get the big side of the New York Times. That's a big win.
That's a big win on week 1. What's that? Hold on.
In Buffalo?
In Buffalo, if they beat Buffalo in Buffalo, that's a statement.
Well, I wouldn't say. I mean, Buffalo and the Jets have played each other close for the past few years without Aaron Rodgers. We do have to say that. Like last year, they played them well, So
hey man,
maybe Aaron Rodgers is just a little push they need to get past them. I don't think
what I'm getting at. Thank you.
Quick story.
That's what I'm getting at.
Quick story. I was in the gym, basketball gym, around some young bucks, and they was in there shooting basketball. And at one time, I was uber athletic. I like to believe so. And so they're doing stuff I can't even in my mind figure out how they doing it. They just flying past me. We're playing horse. So I had to get creative, do stuff that they couldn't do, shoot the ball behind my head, just doing just crazy stuff. My wife looking at me like, why are you doing it? Because once they go to dunk the ball, I'm out of the court. Once they start doing all this behind, this is the point I'm getting at. Aaron Rodgers is at that stage of his career that 3 things can happen. He can come out week 1, get knocked and don't see him no more the rest of the year because his body don't heal the same way. That could happen.
that is true.
He can go out there and be really great week 1. Or he can go out there and do this, be really bad. See what I'm saying? He's at that stage of his career that he has nothing else to prove. He wants another Super Bowl, but at this stage of your career, we worried about Tua. Is he gonna make it all year? He in one of the toughest conferences in the National Football League. He gonna get hit. I mean, Buffalo's gonna hit him. New England's gonna hit him, and Miami's gonna hit him. And then, can he last? Because he's struggling over there in Green Bay with staying healthy.
Yeah, that's all dandy, all good and dandy. Okay. But Rodgers have a track record. Tua doesn't.
With all that being said, I am picking them week 1 to beat the Buffalo Bills. I
don't know if I'll bet on that game because it'll be so close. Like I can see it go either way.
Just put it on the ticket.
It's a tight spread. It's a tight spread. I think it was like 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I would take them. I would take them.
So all right. So what's the record for you, RC?
10-7.
10-7. All right, Flowers. Where you have?
Give me 9-8. Give me 9-8. Yeah, 9-8. Do you hear me when I tell you the first half of the schedule is hell?
Yeah.
And then they win games later on to become pretty good. And it's probably, I say 9-10 wins. That's where they are.
It's going to look just like it looked for Green Bay last year. They're going to get hot at the end. And they're going to probably slide in or don't slide in. Going to get hot at the end.
We shall see. For the record, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan. I just think the Jets are prime. I think they have a good team. And you saw it last year with Zach Wilson. They a quarterback away, and they got their quarterback. So that's all I'm saying right now.
They better protect them.
All right, news. Matt Corral was claimed by the Patriots. It's something brewing in New England.
Yep.
It had to be for them to cut Zappy and Cunningham and put them on the practice squad and charge them $12,000 a week.
And I like Zappy. I like Zappy.
Yeah, I was shocked when they got rid of Bailey Zappy. Oh, Matt Jones. Well, he's on the end of his deal, right?
I don't know,
this is
man.
his 4th year.
Oh, yeah, I'm quite sure Bill, his stingy ass probably won't give him the 5th year.
You're like, yeah, I'll let you go test the market and we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
I'm gonna tell you what New
Oh,
England's about to do, man.
mm-hmm.
New England about to run the hell out of that football. You're finna see the
Yeah.
That's true.
You're finna see the reemergence of Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott gonna look like Corey Dillon did with New England. He gonna run the
I don't
ball.
know.
Watch.
He look like he borrowed James Harden fat suit.
But you know what?
Uh,
You know why Dallas stopped running Zeke Elliott? It wasn't because Zeke was washed up. It's business, incentives, numbers that
Mhm.
marks that he was hit. They would have had to pay him even more than they was
so you
paying him.
think Jerry Jones called down to the coaches like, bro, stop
It
worrying,
happens all
running
the
Zeke.
time. When
Happens all the time.
I heard Shannon Sharp talk about it. I didn't want to believe it, but then when Shannon Sharp said he was I think he was like 50
3
yards.
yards away.
Yeah, and they stopped passing the ball. So you don't think they did it to Zeke Elliott? They made Zeke look like he washed up. Zeke got something left in the tank, brother.
So
What?
y'all saying he's at Broncos? So John Elway.
Yeah.
Hmm?
John Elway
Yeah.
just I'm not gonna throw in the ball, so you gonna get his money.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
cold word.
I think he had to get like 120 something yards. I think he had like majority of it before halftime, and they stopped throwing it to
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what happened. John Elway probably didn't do it, but the play calling did.
him. Yeah.
Huh? They
He
start calling the
probably.
plays in
You
there.
think your boy wouldn't do you a solid? If he go John Elway like, hey bro, I
Well,
just need this
I
bit.
mean, nowadays, yeah, but back in that time, who knows?
Play calls. Hey, Sharp. It ain't me, bro. We running toss sweep. We running dive again. It ain't me. You know.
So, man, Patriots. That wasn't just a move, man. That was
I mean,
strategic.
Ramondre Stevenson is the one A, of course, but
All right,
like RC saying, it's gonna be a double dosage.
Mm-hmm.
all right, they got rid of Damian Harris. I thought that was kind of crazy. He went to
He's in
Buffalo.
Buffalo, right?
Yeah, he's in
Yeah.
Buffalo. But I don't know
Okay.
if Buffalo gonna run the ball. It's just
They're gonna run the ball.
I hope so this year.
But listen,
All right.
I like
Oh, go ahead.
Stevenson, but by the end of the year, that'll be Zeke job.
No, RC, no.
Don't
Draft
believe
him. I want
everything
to
you
see you
hear about.
draft him. I
Don't
want to see
believe
you draft
everything
him.
in the media, man. When you hear them saying players are washed up and they
Ram-
done. Okay.
Ramondo Stevenson, that dude's a stud.
Yeah, but you know what makes you look? What makes you a stud? They got a pretty good offensive line. You block it up, you know. And
Mhm.
Zeke ain't been fed in a while, man. He just been over there just
Yeah, for a good reason.
and Zeke don't fumble the ball. Zeke just ain't running. He ain't running no 4-2.
Still a
But
great pass protector too.
yeah, it's a big dude, man. And it's cold up there in New England. You won't tackle him?
I ain't buying what you're selling.
Okay.
All right, so the Packers were the unknown team in the Jonathan Taylor trade. It remains unclear what the Packers offered, but the interest in the former Wisconsin running back was real. The Dolphins were in talks with the Colts, discussed several possible deals, including draft picks and players, but the Colts, none of these proposals, the Colts felt excited about. They said in the Miami Herald, the Colts asked for Jalen Waddle and more from the Dolphins.
Well, listen.
If the Colts wanted Jalen Waddle and some draft picks for JT, I probably would have done that.
You don't trade this man. I don't care what the hell I don't care what's going on. You don't trade this guy. Okay?
JT or John Waddle.
You don't JT. You can find another
Mm.
Waddle. You don't trade your running back. It's a stalemate right now. They're gonna figure it out,
It's
but you don't
done.
trade. Unless you get Aaron Jones back from Green Bay and some draft picks. Okay, that makes sense because Aaron Jones is good. But I don't trade Jonathan Taylor. They're not trading Jonathan Taylor, man. They're not trading
Yeah, they
him.
can't now. He's stuck.
He'll sign a 1-year deal. If
They'll
not,
figure it out.
they'll figure
Yeah,
it
he
out.
got to sit out 4 weeks with the Colts and Flowers. Where they go from there after them 4 weeks or up?
Well, hopefully he can come back and play, but we'll see how the team looks without him for a first month. Maybe they'll give him some leverage in a sense. But I just think, as I've been saying for the longest, the media has made this worse than what it really is.
Yep, they always
It
do.
really has, man. Because what's like I've been barking on here. What's wrong with Ursay and company saying, "Let's get you healthy. We don't want to pay you right now." How did it go from saying we don't want to pay you right now to they don't want to pay Jonathan Taylor. They're not going to pay him. I also don't understand how it went from that to that. So let him
I
get
don't know.
healthy. I think feelings. Well, I've been barking about his agent. Like his agent gave him the wrong blueprint to try to get this done. I just think his agent got into JT's mind. Look, you're all pro back. You're 24. Why can't you be the guy to reset the market? Why can't you be the guy to get the new deal and the big deal? And it was at the wrong time. You can't
Wrong
go
time.
from saying in May, I'm gonna play my last year out, and then we'll go, sit at the table. When have you ever heard of the Indianapolis coach using the franchise tag on a player? You haven't. They pay their players. They take care of them. They let people go. That's the business of it. But the players that contribute, that are young, they take care of them. They've always taken care of players. I don't care what nobody says. People try to clown Ballard the Ursay for asking for a first. You have to separate people that know what they're talking about and don't know what they're talking about.
Yep.
I try to step away from that side because you got people questioning that. Why wouldn't they want something in return? I mean, other people's arguments is, well, y'all don't want to pay him, so why would you want a first? Why wouldn't we want a first for him? That is stupid. That's like you. That's like you trade. That's like you getting a brand new car and you trading it in. When you want something, equal value to what you trading in. You know what I'm saying?
And JT was gonna be better than anything the Dolphins had.
Yep.
Exactly. But fans of the Dolphins want to trade Jeff Wilson Jr. and a bag of chips for Jonathan Taylor and think that's just supposed to suffice. Like, what reality are you living in? He's all pro back, but Ballard talked about it the other day. He put comments in my soul, about the situation. It's like I say, just a lot of hurt feelings right now.
Yeah.
And you can't put your feelings in this business. You got to understand the business. And JT just needs to get healthy, and he'll take care of himself.
But look at the business of football. Sorry for cutting you off, man. The business of football right now, you got Jonathan Taylor, who should be paid, deserve his money. Chris Jones, who should be paid, deserve his money. He won 2 Super Bowls. And the first Super Bowl you win, Kansas City. If he don't knock the shit out of Jimmy Garoppolo, we win the Super Bowl. Pay the man. And then Nicholas John Bosa.
Didn't he just be paid?
Just pay these dudes, man. Like that should show the players how greedy the owners are. Because
they'll try to be.
Yeah, they try to be like, dude, these guys are laying it on the line, and these some of the top guys in the league. And you think about Jonathan Taylor with that team, in that position. I understand why it's a stalemate for him because, the running backs are being devalued. But I feel like, bro, you got to pay him. He's trying to get his money now because he might not be able to get it late. So pay that man, bro. He deserves it.
Yeah, he does. But I thought Nick Bosa just got paid 2 years ago.
No, he's still in his rookie deal.
Yeah.
5 years. They're gonna give him his 5th year.
Oh, didn't he just play last year? Like they were trying to get a deal done last year, but
no,
he played.
They wouldn't like that deal done. They weren't doing the deal last year.
I'm quite sure it was being talked about.
Oh,
when Aaron Donald got
he just showed up the count. Yeah, he just showed up the count. He everything gonna work itself out. Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Aaron Donald messed it up. He put it way up there because the Rams want to give him some money to show their appreciation for helping him get a Super Bowl because they're not gonna get another one in their lifetime. And so, Aaron Donald gets his money and his trophy. But looking at it now, back to the running backs, get them they love. The reason why I say pay Jonathan Taylor because you got to put asses in seats.
Yep.
That part.
Right. And JT is a huge chunk of that offense.
That's right.
Think of what it can. See, that's why I picked them 6 in the list. If JT would have had a full training camp, just think of the magic him and AR in that RPO.
Flower. They don't even need training camp no more, these players. Because the way the NFL
you can just plug him. You can plug him in.
plug him in, and he helped that kid out, man. If you don't get that kid some help,
take care of him.
yeah.
Yes, it's a two-way street with that because you're taking care of your franchise and you're taking care of the guy for helping. That's how you handle that right there.
Yep.
That's wild. So, yeah, hopefully Nick Bosa gets his deal, and Chris Jones, man, he definitely need to get his done.
I hope he don't get it. I hope Chris Jones don't get his deal.
Chris Jones is probably the toughest one in this bunch because why wouldn't Chris Jones say, I want more than what Aaron Donald has? Because I have did this and this and been, the lock of this defense, been the pad and lock of this defense, the forefront of it. I've made plays. I've done this and that. So, it's not far-fetched for him to ask for $30 million a year.
And look at his record. So he beat Nick Bosa's defense. He was better in that Super Bowl than Nick Bosa was. Nick Bosa didn't have a sack in that Super Bowl. Chris Jones did. Chris Jones dominated. He's a very dominant defensive player. I think, to me personally, man, like the Chiefs, like you said, are in the worst situation because they feel like they can win with anybody. Kansas City feel like they can literally find another Chris Jones. They're that arrogant right now, but they're finna find out like everybody else has found out in the past. Players.
You just made me think about something. Now, Mr. Swift Reynolds, I got a question for you. Now, you remember a few weeks back when I told you Chris Jones is probably not going to be there. The Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs game is going to be closer than what you think.
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember? Oh, now you don't remember.
Of course you don't remember.
I asked you then. Don't you think that game is going to be a little closer than if Chris Jones is not there?
Well, that just shows that how much Chris Jones means to a team. They need to pay the guy while they play.
You talking about sitting out 8 weeks? Oof.
He said he can take the hit. He said he can take missing money.
No doubt. He was making $20 million a year prior to this. Yeah, he can take the hit.
So I do want to switch over to a little bit of NBA. Let me see if I. All right, so one of the players came out and said this about the Bulls. He said, "We know it's kind of our last chance as this core of guys to do something." What y'all think about that statement?
Who, Levine, DeRozan, and Vucevic?
Yep. Is it true that this is the last chance to get something done with that young core?
You want that first, RC?
Bro, listen, anybody go to Chicago, not named LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, you going there you're wasting your time. They need to move that statue out front of the building because that's the problem right there. It's cursed. You didn't have a shot for you. You didn't have a shot when you signed your name on the paper. You didn't have a chance. No chance. So,
not a one.
No chance.
They had a chance when Lonzo a year ago. And now it's gone.
2 years
I don't know
ago.
2 years ago. So I don't know what he's talking about. Like,
you talking about 2 years ago when Giannis won a championship?
I think that was the best. Well, yeah, that was the best time for them before when Lonzo had an injury.
Well, they were solid, we could say.
Yeah, they had. Cause remember he got hurt later on that season.
Yeah,
and that threw it. They put it in the wrench. It was over. But I think it's over now.
Let's be real here, though. They got Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and the Vucevic guy at the center, right?
Right.
That's 3 prominent NBA players, and you mean to tell me y'all can't make the goddamn playoffs?
Right. Hey, that's it.
Hey, that's what he talking about. This is.
I'm just saying, like, I'm surprised that it's still. I'm surprised that DeRozan is still there. I'm surprised that LaVine is still there. I'm surprised that Chicago hasn't shipped either or off yet. You know what? I might be speaking early on it. They're gonna break up. I mean, the East is too steep. Too many guards.
Yeah.
They got too many guards. Like LaVine and DeRozan is probably a little too heavy for it. They need to get rid of one of them and bring in which they're not gonna be able to bring in a point, but they need somebody that can be a floor general for them that can give everybody else shots and not let Levine and DeMar bring it down and play that mid range game that both of them play.
Who makes the playoff first? The Bulls or the Orlando Magic? Who's going first? Who
The
gets
Magic.
I say Orlando.
Me too. I like my guy right now, Banchero, is hooping. Like, and then they got a real big off. I'm talking about the guy from Michigan from 2 years ago, Houston kid, and they got Jalen Suggs from Gonzaga, and still got Cole Anthony.
Yeah,
like, they got a good team over there. They got to bring it together.
So he might not notice that the Bulls' chance are advanced pass. Yeah, so he need to get that out of his head. All right, let's talk about promos, shall we? We're brought to you by Betters. We got your game. We place, if y'all haven't checked out our social media account, IG, we placed a bet today. Y'all can still use the card to place a bet. I know the number's gonna be changed a little bit, but still go after it. So use Betters to place your bets and win some monies. College football's back, baby. Let's get to it. And we are brought to you by Sharps.
Sports bettors, you need to download Sharps, the better social network. With Sharps mobile app, you can tail your friends' bets with one click. See a bet you like? Just click the whale tail icon and boom, it will open in your corresponding sportsbook. Sharp securely connects to major sportsbooks like FanDuel, MGM, Caesars, and more, so you can not only track your bets, but share your bets in creative ways. So gather the gens, download Sharps for free, and join our fast-growing sports betting community.
Hey, Flowers, do you like Sharps?
Yeah, I do. I'm still in the midst of exploring it, but as you can see, it posted my win from the other day. And just going back and forth looking at it. I haven't looked at it today, but I do want to check out and see everybody's bets and stuff that they got going on tomorrow and get a feel for what everybody thinks. I think it's a good forefront to start if you're curious if you don't want to go online and have to pay somebody like on a Discord, get on a Discord or something to get advice. When you can just get the opinion of the people for free, just get a second opinion with your mind. There's nothing wrong with a second or third opinion to match up with what you're thinking. I think it does. I think it gives a great insight and does a great job of showing us what people think. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I love comparing my notes with the guys on Sharps. It's a bettors network for people that placing bets, trying to win money. It's a great place to get the feel of what everybody's feeling about certain games and where it's going, and use it as a tool to enhance your betting. That's the way I look at it. Use the code VOFS323. It's just to let the people know at Sharps that we sent y'all from our direction, and use the tool. RC, you like Sharps, do you? I don't know. He placing a bet right now. He's using Sharps. We can't hear you. You muted. They took him out again. Like they always getting you, RC.
They gave him the mind speech.
They always getting them. So yeah. You like Sharps, don't you?
Yeah, I like him. You're not lying. Like
you muffled. You muffled. Sound like you dropped your phone in some water. Stop messing with him. All right.
They always get them at the end, don't they?
Yeah, always get them. All right. Let's see the highlight of the day. It's not really a highlight, but it's from Mississippi, and I think it's hilarious. Let me. He came back.
Man, listen. I don't know who the hell is out there in the internet world trying to mug me, stop me. The last time y'all got my ass, you gonna give me tonight. I'm coming back strong. I put myself on Wi-Fi. I'm like, man, what's going on where I get kicked off at the certain time? I guess we're approaching 9:30. Like we done had enough of his shit. He got to go.
Yeah. You at that limit, man. You using up your data.
Bro, I like sharps, but I'm still trying to learn it because you can follow certain people. But I don't really I really trying to figure out what like Flowers is easy
How
to
to read
follow.
it?
Yeah, it's easier to follow Flowers than it is to follow with some of the stuff they got going on because I'm still
Yeah, a
trying to
lot of
figure out.
people. Yeah, a lot of
They
people
be
try
placing
to.
multiple bets and stuff. They be
Mhm.
like, it's sometimes I get jumbled up, but you just got click
You
on it
can
and see what
filter.
it is.
You can
Yeah.
filter the sports at the bottom.
All right.
Some of the
So
bets I've seen though, you got to have big money. Like, them guys bet big money.
they must
You're
die
right.
like
You're right
that.
about that.
All right. The highlight of the day. It's from Mississippi, so I had to show it on the show. RC, you sent me this.
Uh-oh.
Come on, fellas. We still got this ball. We can still win.
Tavius Robinson on the return. Returns it out to the 26.
I think that was scripted, bro.
No, they were losing to Oak Grove.
I know, but I
Oak
think
Grove.
that was planned. I think that was planned because who had the phone, and then how he was looking. I was
Right.
like, man, that can't be real, man.
He said,
Man,
"Come
what the
on, guys."
win?
Like, man,
49 and nothing is crazy though. Making a
I didn't know
TikTok. That's
I
crazy.
didn't know Oak Grove was that good.
Bro,
I know they
listen,
got that
Man, Oak
quarterback.
Grove has always been good. But you know what? Wayne County 20 years ago, man, they had a stretch to where Wayne County, man, they were very, very good.
it's the problem I have with it. If I'm the Wayne County coach, I feel some type of way that I'm viral. This went viral. So the world
Yes.
knows you got your ass toe up. And then not only that,
Stomp.
the way your players are reacting to you getting beat, the kid comes over, we got a chance, man. Make it. It's like the
Get your
moment.
ass out.
It's like a part of in a movie or something. It's like it looks very scripted to me, but it's probably
Yeah,
something that really happened. But I'm like, wow.
yeah, you're right. As a
He's
coach, you
trying
are
to be
feeling some type of
enthusiastic.
way. I know.
It
You kind of,
backfired. Like, come on,
Hey,
guys. We still got a chance. Boy, you
everybody
don't
ain't trying to
shut
hear
your
all
ass up.
that.
hey, look,
Boy, you don't go on somewhere.
the dude got on a white uniform, ain't got a stamp to me, ain't dirty at all. The guy
Them
that
the
came
main
over,
ones we
Exactly.
talking about. Man, come on, guys. They hadn't seen no PT. No, the main one talking about we still in this, guys. We still in it. Like,
Call them
shut
chicken eaters back in my day.
right,
up.
right.
You ain't been in the trenches. What you talking about?
But my question is, as a coach,
I'm
what the
pissed.
hell y'all doing with a phone on my sideline
I'm
showing?
pissed.
That's a good question.
That
That's why I
somebody
That's a
gonna
good
run
question.
somebody about to run in practice and this.
Mhm.
If I
Yeah,
see
they
that
already.
video,
Yeah.
I'm like I laugh, but I'm like, y'all should not be focusing and
That
making jokes about how bad we losing.
that
Like
ain't War Eagle tradition.
you're
No,
right.
bro. You're branded for years now because of that. That went viral. So
Right.
that gave Oak Grove this something,
Aura.
and they gave you
Or
this aura of something, and they gave
Mhm.
them like, hey man, y'all trash. So even if they have a successful season, people be able to go back to that.
that's true.
Right. Your players should not be entertaining themselves down 49
Uh,
points.
Where was the
when,
coaches?
exactly. When I played, we couldn't even turn around and look in the stands.
No.
That's wild.
I
For real?
understand.
Y'all couldn't?
I understand it.
Mm-mm. I mean, why would you? Why? Like, I'm focused. I'm locked in. I'm watching the game, or I'm getting coached on the sideline. Why need to be turned around looking and see who in the stands for?
Hey, my mom.
My
Yeah,
mom.
you gotta see your
My
mom,
mom.
your friends. But yeah,
They
as a
see
coach,
me.
I'm not pleased at all. So all right, guys. Since it's Labor Day, I forgot all about being Labor Day. We'll come back Tuesday with a show and
All right.
finish off the AFC West.
I'm with it.
And
Game time.
and we are gonna run the new segment Fan Post Tuesday. So keep that in
I'm
mind.
gonna say this before we go. Get money. Get money.
Big
Let's,
money.
let's break them. Let's
Money.
break them. Let's break them down like Lego.
Money on three.
Hey, 1, 2, 3. Get money.
Money. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in the show. We are out of here.
Peace.
Peace.